line. Custom room. Here comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Player 2 with the life lead. Absorb, hold your breath. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punch counter. Knocked down. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Will this super art connect? The jump in is denied. Life lead opens up. They saw the chip KO on the table. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Aerial burning! A quick breather. Scrapping it out up close. Uses the fireball to try and drive rush to keep it going. Hits the aerial! Uses a gauge for a super art. Hard block reject! This highly skilled operator knows every trick in the book and gets the job done quick and quiet. Knockdown and player 2 KO. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Goes for the throw. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Still slugging it out here. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Strings it all together. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fire. Solid combo. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Alright, what's coming up next? Jumps up. Right lead is opening up, but that could still be over. How will they utilize this? They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they get. Yes! Drive impact for the win. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Jump? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Projectile to try and change the situation. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. They both have full drive gauges to work with. Jumps up. Side switch in the corner. Player 1 will look to apply. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. A drive impact could end it all here. Sneak this and lead to some big damage. Uses a gauge for a super art. The super hits and this looks like it's gonna kill. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. Who could have guessed how that match would have turned out? Not me.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Gets the jump in. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Knockdown. Opts for the throw. Denies the push with a drive reversal. Smart move. Checks them with the projectile. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Jump in, finds the mark. Sticks the combo. Alright, what's coming up next? Nails the anti-air. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Drive rush to keep it going. What'll happen here? Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 has completely used Jingu Hadouken. The super to come from the brink like that? What a comeback! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Checks with a medium kick. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Breaks the block with a throw. Still scrapping for control of the space. Lays down a seismic hammer. Denies the jump in. Throws a fireball. A trade, but they're not worried. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. solid anti-air. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Life lead is there, but still KO. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The jump-in is denied. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Trips him up. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. All right, what's coming up next? Was looking for that jump attack. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? From up above. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Will we see a drive in? Takes a trip. Will this super art connect? Smart choice to use that attack to do chip damage and get the KO to take the round. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Roughing up the body. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Knockdown and player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? How will they manage their drive gauges? Dashes. There's a change of sides. Throws a fireball. It's a feint. Their will to win is really being tested here. Shows a medium kick. Knocked them out of the air. All the throw connects. A quick breather. Life lead. This can lead to some big death. What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Checks with a medium kick. Grabs and throws them away. Quick pump hard. Still slugging it out at this range. The feeling out phase is over. Time to get down to business. Amazing! Seismic hammer shake meets them air to air. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving to a burnout. Did they mean to do that? Player 1 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. Throws them. What now? Escapes with a reversal. Looking for drops them from the air. Ooh, what a smart throw. Oh, here we go. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Medium uses their drive gauge. Are they going to be able to come back? Rushes in. That corner is one step ahead of them. No hesitation or regret. Hits them with that NSFW. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. Are you serious? That comeback was unreal. We just saw this fighter play out of their goddamn mind there. Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. Another rematch. These two are really getting into it. Crowns them from above. Big throw. The low heavy is denied. Very solid corner switch. Player 2 chases them down. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Takes a trip. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Okay, they trade hits. Will this super art connect? Taking stock. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player 2 chases them down. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. They need to rely on their instincts. Takes in the throw. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Will gain control of the match in the early goings. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. They may be planning to spend their drive gauge here. Big throw. What'll happen here? Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with Bears in overdrive shorty. Shuts that down with a parry. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. A quick breather. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How throws them? They've got the meter for a knocks them out of the air. Lays down a seismic hammer. Critical art is on. Getting in home on a drive run. Player 1 can't use and charges up the plasma. What were they thinking? Tries to be tricky. Breaks through with the throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Drops them. Who's going to steal this win? Here comes the corner pressure. All in with a rush. Goes for a follow and eats it. Up hard. Both sides getting ready. Getting forward rush. Plenty of health. Full gauges. Let's go. Back to the corner. Are we gonna play impact peekaboo? Reads the throw and escapes. Escapes the corner. Knocks them out of the air. Gotta do better than that. Medium kick. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Jump. Was looking for that jump attack. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Grabs them. Player 2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Knockdown. Projectile to try and change the situation. Scrapping it out up close. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow? Down to the wire. Baits out the attack and gets the punish count. Oh, burnout triggered. A mission complete. Hit. KO. Player 2 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Goes for the jump in to start. The next round is beginning. What? Yo, put that away. Jumps in. Caught in the cross-up. Looking for a chance. Goes for the throw. Going in. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Shows a medium kick. Fires off the Shiku Hadouken. What'll happen here? Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Lays down a seismic hammer. Burnout activates. Both fighters planning something? Hold your breath. Impact. Squat. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Are we going to see a comeback here? Their life anticipated that throw. All the throw connects. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. There's a wall spike. They can't do anything now. One step ahead of them. Player 2 with the what's this Shiku Hado gonna do? Close range projectile. That was the highest I've ever seen. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Barely blocks the jump-in. The jump-in is denied. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Managing their drive gauge well here can open up a lot of good chances for them later in the round. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Jump! Recovers from burnout. Blocks the attack. Solid blocking. It's a bait! Looking for a chance. Gets the jump in. They need to rely on their instinct. Goes for the invincible special. They were confident that would hit. Player 1 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Immediate jump in. Smart play with the throw. Keeping them away. Very solid corner sweep. Turns it up a notch and sends them to hit them with a stop and pop. Baits out the attack and gets the punish count. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Jumps, breaks the block with a throw. What'll happen here? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. There's a change of sides. This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Jumps in. Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
The last round. It's now or never. Goes for the fireball, which is very... This is gonna hurt. Jump, anti-air in the clutch. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. Sticks out a kick. What are they gonna do? Quick medium poke. Tries a hit from below. Could we see a drop? The drive impact doesn't work. What's next? Ooh, you never know what can happen here. There's a burnout. Keeps them out. A real test of nerves here. Medium kick into. Wraps it up with a throw. Woo, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that comeback. They trade hits. Snares them. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Trips them up. Player 1 chases them down. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. KO! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Holds out with the block. Strings it all together. Shows the medium kick, knockdown, and... Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Medium kick hits. Not much. It's a good spot to use the super. Oh, is this it? Or are they still in this? And it's just enough. Solid beat on the bars. Player 1 is played with a lot of heart to pull off a tremendous win. Definitely one to watch. Will we see our fighters fill each other out or just let it fly in this opening round? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. The combo's there. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Throws them. What's next? Spends the gauge on the drive rush. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Holds out with the block. Absorbs down to the wire. Good job blocking the jump in. This shows KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to hit them with a stop and bop. Goes for the throw. What'll happen here? Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. It's a thing! Player 4, burnout trigger! A wheel hits him down with a super! Now that's how you take a round! Taking no prisoners! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Oh, they haven't gotten their fill just yet. We're running it back. Grabs them. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Trips him up. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Opts for the throw. Knockdown. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Oh! Fantastic reactions there. Throws them to negate the block. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Grabs them. Fireball from very long. What's next here? KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. There she goes. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Can't tech the throw? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. Burnout activates. Player picks a good spot to use the super. Play all the throw connects. Side switch in the corner. Grabs and throws them away. Player 2, burnout triggered. Are we gonna see a comeback here? What a finish! Player 1 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Big throws. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Opts for the throw. Knockdown. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Blocks the ambiguous cross-up. Strings it all together. All right, what's coming up next? Sticks the jump in. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Burnout is triggered. An electrifying dash. Player 1 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. Closing moments of the match. Comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Jump. Caught in the cross-up. Hits them with a stop and pop. Both uses the gauge for a super art. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Scott springs forward with the drive rush. What'll happen here? This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. Smart play with the throw. Knockdown and dashes up. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Ooh, what a smart throw. Breaks the block with a throw. Looking for a hole. Hits the drive. Quick medium poke. Links it. Oh, putting the cherry on top. And here comes the mission complete. Player 1, that was the highest if I've ever seen one. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Smart play with the throw. Sticks the jump in. Grabs them. Still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Starts off zoning with fireball. Neither of them willing to back off. They both need to stand firm here and deal with an empty drive gauge. Experience Life lead opens up. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Duel gain control of the match in the early going. Takes a trip. Player 1 chases him down. Blocks the ambiguous cross-up. Medium kick hits. Blocks it. Hits them with a stop and pop. Were they baiting them into that? There she goes. They gotta press here to take advantage of this drive down. A quick breather. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big throws. A drive impact could end it all here. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Bear connects with the throw. An electrifying dash. Both fighters may be shy to show their hand too early in this tense situation. Oh my god, they just trumped it up! What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight!
Link sets up with the jump in. It's a good spot to use the super. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. And it is on. Clutch anti-air. Connects with the throw. Player 1 with a slot. Reads the jump in perfectly. Player throws him. Forward rush. Medium kick into. This may turn into a big chance. Saw it all. All in with the rush. We see a drop gut punch shreds them. Player 1 is in a very good spot. Puts the fear of God in it. Player 1 faced the giant and walked away unscathed. What a win! The first round begins. Sets up with the jump in. Takes the chance to hurt him. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. There's a corner switch. The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. Takes a trip. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Got their eye on the air. Alright, what's coming up next? Throws them to negate the block. Life lead opens up. Good job blocking the jump in, and the throw ends the round. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Shows the medium kick. Shoots off a fireball up close. Had the radar up and running. It's a feint! Blocks it. Strings it all together. Still slugging it out. There's an overdrive shorty. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Knockdown and overhead. Feint. Shows a medium kick in with the crossover. Medium kick hits. Gotta be careful not pumps the brakes on the impact. Big drive gap and all in with the rush. Closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one.
Final round. Fight!
Start things off with a jump in. An electrifying dash. Player 2 didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up here. This can lead to some big damage. Throws them. Both are ready to charge up the platform. Amazing. Player 1 is on track to steal this back after that super. That corner is starting to look scary. It crowns him from above. Connects with the throw. Dangerous range here. Will they gamble something here on a drive move? The drive, excellent block. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Not going anywhere. Back to the corner. Are we gonna play impact deeper Player one straight up outplayed them. Talk about a David and Goliath situation. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Keeps them out. Medium kick hit. Sticks the combo. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. All right, what's coming up next? Player one chases them down. Neither of them willing to back off. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Next hit will end the round. And the throw ends the round. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Got their eye on the air. Can't tech the throw. Hits them with the projectile. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Player two will look to apply pressure here. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. A quick breather. Lays down a seismic hammer. Player burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Will we see a drive in? Knock them out of the air. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Checks with a medium kick. Are they going to be able to come back and check flatline zone? Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Jumps in. Close range projectile. Underdash hit. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super arch. Sticks out a kick. Perfect execution with the anti-air. That corner is starting to look scary. Medium kick. Reads the jump in perfectly. Player two can't let this simmer. Grounds him from above. Nothing stops this train. Turning it right up with a super. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Oh, drive rush. Closes in. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? They push them. They are done. Player one was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. Decides not to rush in without a plan. Shows a medium kick. Caught in the cross-up. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Not having the cross-up. Ooh, will they hit, whip, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Trips them up. Checks with the projectile. Got their eye on the air. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. Life lead opens up. Knockdown. Medium kick hit. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player one has depleted their drive game, but they are still with closes with the bow. Hitting them with the smart stuff. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Jumps in. Are we going to see some fireworks? Pokes with a medium kick. Throws them. What's next? Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Grabs and throws them away. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Going in? Denied. Player two can't use any drive moves without burning out. Springs forward with the drive rush. A drive impact and in there. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Viper reporting in. Mission complete. Gets carried to the corner. This could lead to some big damage. Turning it right up with a super. Uh-oh. still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. This is gonna hurt. Jumps up, hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Decent return on that combo. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Knockdown. Player 2 creates a good corner. Gets him. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Medium kick hits. Still slugging it out at this range. Projectile to try and change the situation. Player 1 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Knockdown and hits them with a stop and pop. Player 1, good heads-up decision, opting for the dragon attack. Going in. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Connects with medium kick. Both fighters planning some KO. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight? Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Player 1 is just about out of drive action. Knockdown on dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. No good up high. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Takes the chance to hurt him. Both of them have entered burnout state, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Combo with the target combo. A drive impact could end it all here. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 1 needs to wins out in the Battle of the Skies. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. The jump in is denied. An electrifying dash. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach it springs forward with the drive rush. Oh wow, look at the damage that did. Fantastic. Reads the jump in perfectly. All the throws connect. A quick breather. Sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Ugh, this is a complete shutdown. They can't escape. Player 1 can use reversal. What a finish! Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match.
Round 1. Fight.
We are here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fist do the talk? Projectile to try and change the situation. Turns up the heat and cooks them with the combo. Backs them into the corner. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. This is a tough spot. Takes a trip. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. It's a feint! They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? And fold! Nasty blow to the back of the head. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. A quick breather. A drive impact could end it all here. Finishes with the throw. Player 1 took no time to finish that.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what these fighters have up their sleeves out of the game. Throws them to negate the block. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Lots of aggression from both sides. Denies the attack and the toss-up connects. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Injects them with the projectile. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. In a dire situation, they can KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? An electrifying dash. Gets out of there with the backdash. Hits him with the projectile. Sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. Looking for a chance. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. A drive impact could end it all here. Connects with the throw. What'll happen here? Getting it all on the drive rush. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably springs forward with the drive rush. Drive rush. Jump. It's a feint. They continue to battle it out in the middle of the stage. Ugh, scuffle. What's next? Dangerous range here. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Reversal. Both of them want to pull the trigger so badly. Tries a hit from below. What a finish. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Deep with the phalanx. Who will come out on top in this final round? Sticks out a kick. Cold super armor. Cold and calculated. Oh, here we go. Just goes for it at this range. Mission complete. Looks like this job is over. What now? Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Dangerous range here. Knocks them out of the air. Connects with the throw. That corner is starting to look scary. Tries to be tricky. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Had the radar up and running. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. Starts off zoning with fireball. This is a real back and forth match. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Throws them to negate the block. Will we see a drive impact? Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning, experiencing burnout. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Each hit is so important here. Going in, throws a projectile to zone the opponent. In there! Player 2 tips up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Challenge from above. And fold for the throw. That's what they came for. What'll happen here? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Oh, the throw connects. Player 2 has a chance to win the round if they can put their not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Only a little bit of drive and life left. Going in. Here comes the corner. The low. That was the highest I've ever seen. Player 2 was an absolute beat.
Round 1. Fight.
The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for Nationals. It's time to go all in. Grabs them. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Taking stock. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. Hits with the overhead. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Seismic hammer shakes the field. Both are just hanging on by a thread, but their drive gauges are a different story. Throws them. What's next? Springs forward with a drive rush. In there! Player 2 takes up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Throws them to negate the block. Player 2 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Does a good job of pushing back. Seismic hammer shakes the feet. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. What'll happen here? Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Oh, burnout triggered. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Breaks the block with a throw. Ooh, what a smart throw. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Going for the leg with a Procella. Connects with medium kick. Are they going to be able to come back and catch this? Closes it out. Player 2 brings it home.
Round 1. Fight.
The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for Nationals. It's time to go all in. Projectile to try and change the situation. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. The combo's there. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Knockdown. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Takes a trip. Spends the gauge for the drive reversal. Lays down a seismic hammer. Player 2 creates a good corner option. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? projectile to try and change the pace. Checks with a medium. Seismic hammer takes the feet. Medium kick hits. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Drive gauge gap here. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. A drive experiencing burnout. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Going in? Looks like they want to crown them from above. The throw whips. Okay, here we go. The pressure must be driving them. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Connects with the throw. Throws a fireball. Lays down a seismic hammer. Ooh, what a smart throw. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. What are they gonna do? This is gonna hurt. Goes for a follow-up. They push their way out of the corner. Close range projectile. Gets the counter hit. Flatlines up. Woo! I dare you to fight.
Round 1. Fight.
We are here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fist do the talking? An electrifying dash. Okay, they trade hits. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Knockdown. Goes for the drive rush there. Neither of them willing to back off. Strings it all together. Solid combo. Combo, oh, burnout triggered. Both fighters plant burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. KO! Player 1 takes up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Scrapping it out up close. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Both fighters planning something? Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Will we see a drive clutch anti-air? Gets carried to the corner. Escapes with the reversal. A real test of nerves here. There's the burnout. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. What a finish!
Final round.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Who's going to steal this win? The match just started. It's anyone's game. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Pokes with a kick. Gets them with a Euro step. Comes for them with a balance. Ooh, what a smart throw. Okay, here we go. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Throws them. This may turn into a reversal. They've gotta go. Sticks out a kick. Notice the flatlines on. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters.
Round 1. Fight.
The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super arm. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Knockdown. Throws him down. Player 2 with the life lead. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Checks with the projectile. going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Taking stock. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Ariel saw them sweating against the wall and gets in the throw. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Player 1 chases them down. Sticks the combo. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. They've got the meter for a drive impact. That's a counter. Comes for them with a phalanx. Are we going to see a comeback here? Barely blocks the jump-in. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. And fold for the throw. It's too much. Player 1 brings it home.
Round 1. Fight.
Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Projectile to try and change the situation. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Decides to go in with the target combo. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Uses the parry. Takes the chance to hurt him. Throws him. What's next? Player 1 can't let their drive gauge down. They need to find a way to beat experiencing burnout. Player 2 KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Focus force hit. It's grafting it out up close. Looks like they want to put springs forward with the drive rush. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Lays down a seismic hammer. Knockdown and player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Seismic hammer shakes the field. Gotta be careful. Burnout activates. Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. Barely blocks the jump-in. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. All in with a rush. Push ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Puts them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 2 brings it.
Round 1. Fight.
We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Knockdown. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Throws them to start the corner pressure. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. A drive impact could end it all here. Gets the jump in. The projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances.
Round 2.
Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Checks them with the projectile. Combo with the target combo. They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. Follow-up hit. Looking for a chance. Goes for the jump-in. What'll happen here? This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? From upstairs. In with the phalanx. Hopes with a medium kick. Close range project throws them. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. Gets into perfect fireball. Back to the corner. Are we gonna play impact peekaboo? Dangerous range veer. This is gonna hurt. What now? Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? Answers with a fireball. Comes for them with a phalanx. They are done. Player 2 is gonna be watching.
Round 1. Fight.
Backdash to start. Then up grounds him from above. Gets the combo. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Knockdown. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Goes for the fireball. Nails the anti-air. Holds out with the block. The jump-in is denied. We're at the halfway point of the round, and both fighters should be well past the warm-up phase. Combo with the target combo. Takes a trip. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Jumps. Very solid corner sweep. Their space springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 will have to fight back here without any drive. A super art. Javelin up. Gets him. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Shoots off a fireball up close. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Drive rush to keep it going. Throws them to negate the block. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Feints! Sees him coming and shrugs it off with a super armor. A drive impact could end it up a super armor. Player mission complete. Hit! They return to center stage. Player 2 might have just shifted this round into high gear. Throws him. Grabs and throws him away. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Baits out the low kick. Low heavy, but no go. The drive gauge is screaming for more attention. What now? Player 1 can't let this simmer. They got throws him. How long will this offensive assault continue? Reversal. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Oh yo! Rock who chisels him down. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Connects with the throw. Smart play with the throw. Zones with the fireball. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Ooh, what a smart throw. Breaks the block with a throw. Player's forward rush. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Looking for a hold. Tries to be tricky. Okay, nobody blink. Throws range for the drive rush. All the throw connects. Both sides getting ready. Both fighters are down to half life. That corner is starting to look scary. They're just gonna go for it with the super. I can't. Oh my God! They are done. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing.
Round 1. Fight.
Start things off with a jump in. Shows the medium kick. Big throws. Both fighters are standing firm with plenty of help remaining. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Taking stock. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive. Takes a trip. Heading into the endgame now. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Projectile to try and change the situation. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Manages to block the jump in attack. Blocks it. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Ooh, you never know what... Oh, burnout triggered! Uses the gauge for a super arc. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. Are they dead? Oh, they're dead! What a way to close it out! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can...
Round 1. Fight.
We are here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fists do the talking? Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're gonna eat tons of damage. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. He tries to bait him with the projectile. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Taking stock. Big counter. Throws them to negate the block. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Player 2 chases them down. Checks them with the projectile. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Life lead opens up. A quick breather. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Player 1. Oh, burnout triggered. Closing looking to impress with this KO. Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Breaks the block with a throw. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Denies the low heavy. They exchange blows. They both have full drive gauges to work with. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Side switch in the corner. Goes low with Coachella and sweeps them. Looking for a chance. One step ahead of that. Sneaks in the throw. That's what happens when you capitalize on...
Round 1. Fight.
The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. That was a solid anti-air. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Next up, goes for the fireball. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Taking stock. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. They've got the meter for a drive impact. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Grabs them. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Will we see a drive impact? Gets the throw and continues on the offensive. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be involved for the throw. It's too much. That was a clinic on how a solid...
Round one. Fight.
We are here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fists do the talking? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 2 has the life lead. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. Knockdown. Freeze them. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Can't tech the throw? I can't keep track of these corner switches. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with some springs forward with a drive rush. Not much life left. The drive gauge difference could tip the scale. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 in there. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Big counter. Knocks them into the corner in a hurt and fold for the throw. That's what they came for. Knockdown and player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. And fold. Nasty blow to the back of the head. A quick breather. Super clutch corner switch. Looking for a chance. What'll happen here? It's a fake! Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Breaks the block with a throw. Connects with the throw. In there! That's what happens when you capitalize on...
Round one. Fight.
The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Trips him up. Throws him down. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Opts for the throw. Throws the fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Checks him with a projectile. Does a good job of pushing back. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Life lead opens up. All right, what's coming up next? This is the range where things get messy. Springs forward with the drive rush. Hits the jump in. Both experiencing burnout. Player 1 hits a good spot to use the super, kept their composure, and pulled out the combo at just the right time. Player 1 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? The impact doesn't do anything. Who's going to start things off? Thunder Dash hits! Close them. What's next? Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Risky up-close scrap still going. Player 1 holding and fold for the throw. That's what they came for. Going in? Ball critical. What's gonna happen? Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and is still willing to risk it all on this critical art to deal the cash money damage they need. Amazing! Reversal! Turns up the projectile hits! Fantastic positioning on show during that round. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Oh, the throw connects! The match just started. It's anyone's game. Ooh, what a smart throw! Player 1 has the super gauge advantage! Expect to see some fancy stuff as we're near the end of the round. Catches them out! That corner is starting to look scary. Crowns them from above. Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Flatlines them. Woo! I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell them what's good.